What if it isn't a lie? What if we make it to heaven and don't get inside? What if we get to the gates and see God on the other side, and he looks us in our face and says our whole lives we've wasted time?
Welcome back. Another reaction video is dropping right this moment. DAX just dropped what is called the Book of Revelations. This is so ironic because this whole thing I'm doing right now started from DAX Dear God. Me doing a reaction to that, and I just fell in love with it, and now we're back again. So I'm expecting nothing but greatness from this dude, because what he put out before was a topic that's very difficult for people to talk about, and now it's even getting deeper. So I am so stoked to get into this video. Let's do it.
These pills are meant to help you sleep, but
I can't sleep. I keep thinking about this. What if everything that's going on?
Right away, where will you spend eternity? What a question. What a question. We're gonna dig into this tonight.
The world really is coming to an end. Then what?
You know, he's putting it out there right now. It's a great question. What happens when we die? The correct answer is no one knows. No one. And you know what the deal is? Is that's where faith comes into play. In order to establish what happens after eternity, if there is something after eternity, you have to have faith. Otherwise, you're going to go to what's proven. What's proven is when we die, our bodies are going to get buried in the ground or wherever, or burnt, you know, whatever it is that we choose to do, but that's going to be the end of it. That's established. Then comes books that are supposed to define this for us, and then we're supposed to believe in it and have faith in it. And this is where people start to divide. And it's tough because every road leads to a higher power if you have faith. So here we go. That was tremendous. This is, okay, I've listened to a lot of other stuff from DAX, and he's pretty good. He is pretty good. He is pretty darn, I would say, motivated to make a change and to push through as another independent artist. I don't know. Somebody said he might have got signed. I don't know. Maybe he did get signed. I don't know. But the point is, he worked his butt off to get to where he is. And he did it in a non-conventional way. Did it himself.
Don't get inside. What if we get to the gates and see God on the other side, and he looks us in our face and says our whole lives we've wasted time? What if we can't go back? What if we can't redo this life and get one second chance? What if our future happiness is memories of our past, while we burn forever haunted by the devil's laughs?
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to be honest. This is the stuff that grabbed my attention to begin with, and dear God, because it's reality. They're real questions that people have. And a lot of people just duck and dive and don't want to talk about it because it's easier to say, hey, the two things you shouldn't talk about with other people are politics and religion, because it causes too much diversity and any problems between people. It's a tough topic.
Why do we push them away? And why do the ones we work to keep never actually stay? Why do we focus on tomorrow and forget about today, and smile in everybody's face and try and act like we're okay?
Ain't that a fact? I say every time you walk by somebody, you go, hey, good morning, how are you? And they go, ah, good, and you? Good, and you? And I always say, man, I'm not playing that game. You imagine if someone really stopped and said, hey, you really want to know what's going on in my life? Bleh, and just spits it on you. You know what I try to do is when I try to create positivity, so when someone says to me, hey, how you doing, man? I go, you know what? I'm happy to be here. Very happy to be here. How are you? And then we go from there.
Why do we live this way? Why do we hate? Why do we fight? Why do we act like there's time and got more than one life? Why? Answer me. Why? Why? I'm older and looking for truth. I'm holding my faith in my hand, but the pain in this world has been shaking it loose. I used to have so much to gain. Now I have so much to lose. They say I'm crazy for looking for answers. I say they're crazy for not getting proof.
Ooh, isn't that a fact, man? I'll tell you what, a lot of people will deny this, but the truth is where you grow up and what you're exposed to at a very young age is kind of where you're pushed or what direction you're pushed into. Like if I was born in another culture, in another country, to another family, my belief system would be completely different unless I searched. And you know what, just because I was brought up in America doesn't mean that I have to do what everyone else does. The bottom line is that I have to find out what is right for me. I have to be able to find out what am I believing in? Why am I believing in it? I know what changed my life, but I'm not going to put that on anybody else because it's my journey.
Vision is blurred, I'm over concerned. I'm looking to God to see if life with him is something I've earned. The devil's been watching, he's trying to recruit, he's been waiting at every turn. I'm driving this life on the highway to hell, but I won't burn! Fuck! We know the difference, we know what is wrong and we know what is right. But Satan is strong, God, and most of your people are losing the fight. So what if we fail? What if we can't escape his lines? What if we can't change? What if he still controls our minds? Where do we run? Where do we go?
That's tough, man, because people try to define what a conscience is, right? Some people will say, well, the Holy Spirit is your conscience. Some people will say that the devil is allowed to just kind of infiltrate your life by, dangling carrots or knowing what's going to tempt you and put you in situations where you know they're wrong. And you say, well, how do you know they're wrong? Here's how you know they're wrong. When you feel that thing inside of you, that you all know what I'm talking about, that you say, man, tells you, I should not be doing this. This is not right. That's what makes it right. You know what it is. It's called having some morality, some ethics, some things, some standards to live by. You have to define what those are.
Go, who do we talk to? We look around and everyone we see is lost too. What if life is just some test that we all do? What if you were busy when we called you?
Ooh. I'm sorry to keep stopping, but that's such a fact. What if God came back? What if you believed in God and you believed in the whole Jesus is coming? What if he came back right now? What would you be doing? If he had to say, okay, give me an account of your life, or whatever it is that you believe, you had to give an account of your life, what would that account look like? How did you spend your time? Did you spend your time loving people? Did you spend your time giving of yourself with the expectation of nothing in return? Those types of things. This is real, man. Whew.
Where are your parents?
I don't know if I'm making music videos. Movies and music videos.
What if hell's on earth? What if being born is dying and dying's birth? Would that mean life's not...
Ooh, we gotta go back.
Hell's on earth. What if being born is dying and dying's birth?
What if the hell's on earth? Holy cow. And what if being born is dying and dying is birth? Never thought about that, to be honest with you. That's pretty deep.
Would that mean life's not God's gift, but the devil's curse? And to live was to be evil because its words reversed? What if the devil entered a...
This dude's dropping it, man. Live, spelled backwards, is evil.
pastor and he led a church? What if we looked for the truth but didn't know where to search? What if the books they said to read have never been your words? What if we chose to follow you but we still had that urge? Will you forgive us for our sins and let us in your world? God, we at the gates.
It's true. Let's just be honest. I don't want to get killed here because this isn't about a religious discussion. It's just about the discussion that's about this song. And it happens to do with it. You know, it's how do you define what it is that you believe? If you have faith, how did you establish faith? What is it based on? Where do you get the information from? How do you verify that information? Well, if you can't verify the information and you don't know, then you have to have faith. What is it based on? What if everything that you've been told is a lie? And I'm not trying to think that way, but it's like you get worried, and now all of a sudden, are you going to be led into this world, this heaven?
We couldn't see, hear, and touch you, but we had faith. We know we messed up, we human, and we make mistakes. So we just begging we get in and that you'll have grace. God, what if we didn't mean it? What if the place we grew up forgot to teach us? What if we never even got the chance to go and seek it?
Oh, God. This is deep, man. Super duper deep. What if you grew up in a house that didn't teach this? Or didn't teach what he was expecting you to know? Or expecting you to be a part of? Or expect you to believe in and put your heart into? What if you weren't exposed to it? What if let's just say, let's just hypothetically say Christianity is the answer. And Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And there's no man that comes to the Father except through him. Let's just say that's true. Okay? What if you were never exposed to it? What if you grew up all the way wherever? What is going to happen? Is there an accountability, an age of accountability? Is that why the information age is right now? Because it's very, very prevalent and available to anybody. So now we don't have an excuse. I mean, there's so much to think about if that's what's true.
Then what? Then what?
Dear family, we're in scary times. Nobody has the answers. Just make sure you spread love
Facts.
and believe.
Facts.
My name is Dax.
Wow. To be continued.
Then what?
What if it isn't a lie? What if we make it to heaven?
That being said, if you like the content here, please consider subscribing to this channel. This is not a normal video, but you know what? I loved it. It was really good. This dude has impressed me more than once. Please hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we put out more content, which is being more regular. And we are going to ask you to hit the like button, comment, and until next time, hey, spread love and believe.